What's up, everybody? I'm doing a quick hitter on how to trim a brisket. As you can see, I already started. One of the best things to have when you're trimming a brisket is a boning knife. So as you can see, that boning knife is pretty sharp and it'll go right through the silver skin. So I try to go as close as I can by pushing up the body of the brisket and skimming it with that knife to get the silver skin and everything off of there without putting a big divot in my meat. So that's probably the best thing to have is that boning knife. Make sure you kind of look at the brisket through the package and see what the best one is that you can get out at the store. Some of them got a lot of fat, some of them don't. Then I go to the back and then I try to at least trim to an 1/8 inch of fat on the back of there and get that off of there, so it's a little bit easier for me to get some rub on there, get some smoke in there. And I usually cook it with the fat side up, so that kind of protects the meat underneath. But you know, it's kind of how you want to trim it as much as you want. Some people trim it a little, some people trim it a lot. But you know, it's just kind of what you want. You don't have to go all the way down to the meat. You want to leave a little bit of protection up there if you can. Now that I've gotten the breast trimmed, I'm going to show you a couple things. This part, the top part of the brisket, is called the flat. And then if you flip it over kinda, you can see a seam here, a line of fat that separates what they call the point. That line goes through on both sides. The point is the part that people use to make burn-ins. So when we cook this, we'll separate these two. I'll put the point back on and we'll cook the point longer, chop it up, add sauce, and end up making burn-ins out of it. But as you can see, this is trimmed pretty good. I try to get most of the fat and silver skin off the top of this. Most that's left is little pieces. I maybe trim that up just a little bit more, but we'll get this on. We'll get just a salt and pepper rub on it, and it should be pretty good to go. I usually cook my brisket at about 225 degrees for about 8 hours, and then I'll wrap. After I wrap it, you know, it just depends. I got a temperature gauge hooked to it, a thermometer in it, and I can follow the temperature to about 210 degrees, and then I pull it.